Yo, this is old Ariama from Back at It. Giving all praises to the God of the Bible, Yahweh, and his son of the world called Jesus Christ, who we know in the ancient Hebrew as Yahweh Shai. Now, when you're out there doing the right thing, I'm going to give you props. I'm going to give you praise. And who you see right here, making all these defensive stops all over the floor, you know, is Tony Allen, the grandfather. Definitely one of my favorite players. Defensive specialist, has a nice game. Goes all out on the floor when he plays basketball. We like sports too, and entertainment. Now, what got me to really get his brother some praise and some honor is the fact that he stepped out with some integrity and said some positive things about Lonzo Ball's father, which is LeVar Ball, because that man is a great father. And what he said was basically respect to LeVar Ball for being boisterous, for being outspoken, and for standing up for his son. That's what so-called black men need, and that's what he said. For the most part, we always have our mother and grandmothers that are the ones that are raising us. We don't have no fucking dad raising us, and even if we do have our dad, the nigga is like he act like almost like a bitch. He scared of saying shit in fear of getting into it with your mother, or he just not around. That's just part of the curses of being in Babylon the Great, which is America. But man, look, I want to definitely give this brother some praise and some honor for having integrity to say what's right. And he also said this, and this what a lot of clowns out there don't talk about, is the fact that he said, man, look, if my daddy was anything like fucking LeVar, I'd have been number one. He said that, man, look, I would have came out number one, the number one draft pick, if I had a daddy pushing me. And guess what? I feel the same way because I play sports, basketball, baseball, and I could have been that same way. All of us have special talents, music, producing, and we can go on and on and on. A lot of brothers out there right now could be millionaires right now as we speak if we had the proper push, especially from our fathers. But ultimately, that's not what the Lord wanted for us. So us prophets, the men of Israel, the men that's out there hollering and screaming every week, the Israelites, the real Jews with the garments and the beards, etc., every single week making videos, beginning with the men of Great Millstone, the Israelites, right? We are basically like your spiritual fathers for all of Israel, and basically the bulk of Israel are a bunch of badass children. You act like Kyrie Irving, you act like a bitch, you act like the bulk of these niggas out here. You dig? You dress like faggots, act like faggots, you talk like a bitch, you act like a damn woman. And what we're trying to do is try to get you back to who you really are, which is an Israelite, your royal mentality, but definitely you're going to have some respect for your elders, and you're going to learn respect. You're going to learn to respect the men of Israel, the prophets. You're going to learn to respect men like LeVar Ball. You're going to have to, or your black ass going to get put to death. I'm talking to all you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians who are the Israelites of the Bible. You're going to learn some fucking respect. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 30 and verse 3. He says, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. Yeah, and that's what you're supposed to do. I'm going to stay on this scripture. This is one of my favorite ones. You're supposed to teach your sons and your children the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. You're supposed to teach them how to maneuver within this life, how to have integrity, who's their enemy. That you don't just throw your children out to the wolves. The so-called white man's the devil. He's trying to exploit and fuck over your children, make your children slaves, bow down to him. And these niggas are the same way. They like being slaves, like being fucking puppets for the so-called white man. You dig? Like, I was looking at a video and what's his name? KD had said something about he was clowning and he was said, "Stay in your lane." And the bitch, the black woman said, don't get in trouble. He's a fucking grown ass man. How the fuck Kevin Durant go get in trouble? Fuck out of here, man. But that's the mentality that's out there. Anyway, it says, "He that teacheth the son grieveth the enemy. Teach your son the right thing. Have integrity to stand on his own." You dig? It says, "And before his friends he shall rejoice of him." Anyway, very, very soon there's going to be a lot of death and destruction out here, man. Look, you got to stand firm on his word. Read, study, research this Bible, and big up the brothers that are out there pushing his word, that are trying to do the right thing, that have integrity. Death and destruction is coming to this place, man. This place is about to be destroyed. Get your mind right with the Lord. The Lord's about to come back and get some of us the hell up out of here. So with that, I say shalom.